Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the panel for being here today. The census is very important to everyone, and I just want to make note that now that the impeachment sideshow has ended and Speaker Pelosi finally thinks the census should be an issue of focus, I'm glad to see we're starting to address some of the potential problems with the census. Ensuring an accurate count is essential, particularly for rural districts like PA 12, the one I represent, who receive a lower return on federal tax dollars invested to the tune of $2,000 per person not counted. As of the beginning of February, over 2 million people had completed an assessment to become an enumerator in the 2020 census, which is approaching the target of 2.6 million interested candidates by next month. In order to reach the end goal of hiring 500,000 people as enumerators, I understand the Census Bureau is conducting a recruitment campaign to ensure an adequate workforce. Mr. Dillingham, can you speak to some of the challenges you've been seeing throughout this recruitment process, and if there are any strategies the Census Bureau could implement quickly to address those before mailings go out and the process officially gets underway?
Absolutely, Congressman, and we appreciate the circumstance in Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia is actually our regional headquarters, and so there's a lot of attention with Pennsylvania. But it is very important that we have the people on board. We had some previous discussions here today that we're going to meet our goal. We're going to surpass our goal. We will meet our goal, and that was the hardest case scenario of the 2.67 that we needed, and that was, we're going to meet that in the first week of March. And the numbers, by and large, you asked what the challenges were, and I think everyone understands that unemployment is low. So that was a challenge. And so we've recruited, we have alumni that come back every 10 years that love to do this, but we've recruited in the university setting. There's 20 million university students out there with student loans and needing money. So we have made a very concerted effort. We have more than 6,000 partners in the higher education field, and we spread the word in so many different ways. And our recruiters, we have right now 4,500 recruiters that are recruiting people. So that is why we're making our goals. We're on the course, and if we're over our goal, if you look at the response rate of what we predict, but if the worst case scenario, we certainly need more, and we're not going to stop recruiting all through the decennial census. Until we get the count, we're going to continue to recruit, so we will far surpass our goal.
Okay. Are you seeing challenges specific to recruiting enumerators in rural parts of the country? And if so, what ways can we as Congress be helping to improve recruitment and give you the tools you need?
Congressman, exactly. Rural areas and in other areas, particularly I could say generalized in much of the Northeast, in some of the smaller states that we've encountered that. One of the ways we do it is that we have continuously reevaluated the pay rates. So we have raised, even very recently, I think this week, we increased the pay rates for these people in certain jurisdictions based on what we're seeing and the needs. But let me ask Associate Director Fontenot if he wants to add to this.
Congressman, our labor economists work to look at the dynamics by county in areas that we're having difficulty recruiting. Some of those dynamics include the unemployment rate, the type of work in that county, the prevailing wage rate in that county, and we've been adjusting wages up where we've needed to reach more people. In terms of what you as a trusted voice in your community, as a congressman, and your local staff can do to assist us is emphasize people's responding to our recruitment advertising. That's primarily, if it's in a blog that you're putting out, if it's something that your staff can do to emphasize, step up and respond to census at 2020census.gov/jobs and get people engaged in applying. That would help us significantly. But our people will work, our recruiting staff will be working with your district staff on any particular tracks or areas in your district that we're having difficulty recruiting.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I yield back.